Hello and welcome back to Operation Crypto. Today we're going to take a look at Link. When should you invest before this happens? Right, so let's take a look at Chainlink. Over the last probably 2 to 3 months we have had a very substantial rise, and it has been in the news a fair bit, so we will have a look at that on the chart shortly. But first I just want to take you through CoinMarketCap and have a look at some of the basic stats and what's been going on recently with regards to all-time highs and things like that. So Chainlink, which is Link ticker, is currently ranked 9 out of all cryptocurrencies with a coin price today of $7.91, and we are 8.9% up on the day's trading, which is a fair old chunk. So the total supply of Link is 1 billion and the circulating supply is 350 million. Current market cap of just over $2.7 billion. Scrolling down, as you can see the chart, this has been since pretty much March, and we'll look at that chart and show you percentage wise how much we've increased, but it has been a very good move. Looking at market pair, see where the trading's going on. So predominantly we are getting a lot of the volume on Binance against the dollar and Bitcoin. As you can see, it's just over around 20% there. And you can see we are listed on some big exchanges. So we are listed on Coinbase, Pro, Huobi, OKEx, Kraken, all the big exchanges you would expect a coin in the top 20 to be on. And then next I just want to have a look at the all-time highs. So the all-time high was this month, July 16th. What are we on now? I've not got my phone. It's about 20th, something like that. Was $8.80. So a couple of weeks ago we did it at all-time highs, and we will look at the charts to see what's gone on. On the left-hand side we do get a breakdown of the explanation about what Chainlink is, but I'm not going to go through that today because this is just basically looking at some chart analysis and price action. So I will drop the link to CoinMarketCap under the comments, and you can have a gander yourself if you're not 100% sure about what the project is. Right, so let's begin here. We have a Chainlink tether chart. This is a monthly on Binance. We will start off here. I just want to identify a few key levels. So we will get my horizontal rate. Obviously that is a massive level that we shot up to, and that was the all-time highs, around $8.90. We will mark it up as my monthly level. And we just want to get a couple of levels on here to see what we can use as a bit of entry points potentially in the future. We will have that as a level there, we'll wick down. And then possibly one around, you could say there's a monthly level there as well. You could mark them all up, to be honest, but we're not going to have that many on. And we'll just mark another level up there. That looks like it stands out a fair bit. So let's drop into the weekly. And let's just zoom out a little bit, see if we can see any weekly levels. So I do see a weekly level there. I've got my Hitman on, let's just take it away for now. I will show you that in a second. So let's draw some weekly levels on. So we have one there. We'll change that to the weekly. Do we see any more? You could say there's one there too. You don't want to go too overboard on this because you'll have unplanned lines all over your chart. And yes, that will do for that. And then we'll just drop onto the daily, where I like to do predominantly most of my chart work on the daily. So as you can see here, that date will have been the 13th of March. I've said this in all my other videos. What happened on the 13th of March was we had that crazy 57% drop on Chainlink, and ever since then we have had quite a substantial rise. And with regards to price, so from which was that monthly level there at the bottom, and we've shot up so far up to this highest level and the all-time highs, we have done a 560% move. So that's an absolute massive move, all the way down from $1.30 all the way up to $8.90. That is an absolutely insane move. But let's have a look. What we need to do is identify some potential entry points. So I will draw the Fibonacci on here, and we'll take the lowest candle body, which is down there, and take it all the way up to the top. And as you can see, we have retraced a little bit, but this morning and last night in the UK and US time, whichever you're on, we did see a massive Ethereum pump, and it seems to be pulling the market up with it. Bitcoin's had a bit of a pump up to around $9,600, and Chainlink again has jumped up from, like I said, we had a 8% rise up from $7.45 up to around what we're on now, just short of $8. We've jumped up to there. So, but yeah, so entry prices going forward, I do believe that. I still think, even though the charts are pumping and things are going crazy in the world, I do think we're going to get a slightly, or could you say big, retracement at some point. The world economic situation is pretty disgusting, really. It's like the Americans are printing off trillions of dollars on their printer, and I mean, it's not a no effect at the minute. They've been pumping all the stocks up. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq have been in absolutely insane highs, and nobody's spending any money. It doesn't make sense. So it just shows that it's all institutional money that is pumping it up. The Fed is pumping everything up, and I do believe that has pushed across to crypto, and everything seems to be doing really well at the minute. And people are buying in. People are buying at these levels and expecting it to go further. I mean, in the short term, over the next 6 months, I honestly think we're going to come down. And in my opinion, I think you should start to target the 61% retracement levels, and then have some orders in down here, because there's no harm in having some orders down there. I mean, this is my buy zone. I will just drop. Where's my box? Personally, I'm quite a big fan of Chainlink, and I will buy anything in them levels around there. That's my buy zone. If you've been watching some of my videos recently, a lot of these are the same, because I do think that whatever happens with Bitcoin, everything else will follow, and I'm just betting on that. Once Bitcoin falls, everything else will follow, and Link is no exception to that. Ethereum is no exception to that. Bitcoin is king, and everything does follow it. I remember in 2017, Bitcoin absolutely flew to $20,000, and everything followed it. And then subsequently, over the last 3 years, Bitcoin's dumped, and everything else has followed it. And unfortunately, that won't change. None of these coins can break out by themselves. They can when Bitcoin's moving, and massive things happen in the specific coin, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, in my opinion. I mean, after this publisher's video, we could shoot up to $10, but I will still be bearish on Chainlink. I just want to let you know my position. I hold a bag of Chainlink, and I've got about 80% of it in cold storage, so I'm a big believer in Link. But for the current certain and economic times, I do think that we're going to drop. And I'm going to use this as a great opportunity just to top them bags up. So I sold about 20% of my bag around here, and now I'm waiting out, and I'm going to buy back in hopefully down here if we see those levels. If not, then I'll just buy back in a little bit higher, or use that Bitcoin that I made profit with, because I did buy back in around here, sold up here, so I've got some spare Bitcoin, and hopefully that can buy back in. But I really think we're going to drop down here. To be honest, I'd drop that further down, and I think we can hit those levels. But let's just have a look at that on a BTC price, so you just get an idea if you are trading in BTC only. I prefer to trade in US dollars, but let's just draw this on the chart. I'll just draw my Fibonacci on again to get them levels back. Where are we now? 2020. We'll take that level there, March time. We'll take it up to the top. Yep, that's about there. So let's just have a zoom in. So Bitcoin chart, and I'll draw my box on again, was around here. So if you are considering buying in at them levels, very Satoshi's levels, you could say anywhere from 32,000 all the way up to 56,000 sats would be a great entry point, and that's what I would target for the future. Yep. But let's just go back to the chart. So in terms of a price prediction, I mean, we have hit pretty much $9 close enough to, with just a small altcoin season, in my opinion. I do think this can absolutely fly in the future. I would expect this to at least hit $50 in the future. I think that's quite a bold prediction, but I do think it will happen. If you were around in 2017 and saw the moves that XRP did, or XVG, Verge did a 1.5 million % rise, and didn't have pretty much use case behind it apart from community spirit, and this can happen with Chainlink. It's got a massive community and a fairly reasonable supply, so things can pump from here, in my opinion. So all you need to do is just wait out, see what happens over the next the next few months and see if we can buy in. I'll just show you the Hitman indicator, show what it's showing. So we've still not received a bear signal yet. We're currently in a bullish mood, but I'm expecting to see a bear indicator pop up around here, and that will swing the tide and hopefully get us back down here and getting some key levels and key entry points and great investment levels. So yeah, that will wrap it up for today's video. If you have any comments, either drop them in the crypto mob, the link is in the description. Either write a comment on here, and I will get back to you. So please make sure you do like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.